Welcome to the Division 2 expansion preview. It's Abyss, and in this video, I'm going to talk about some new things you need to know in the Warlords of New York expansion. Now remember to hit that like button and subscribe to help support the channel. Alright, first up is new level cap 40. Players will be able to increase their level from 30 to 40 and gear score will increase to 515. Couple things to note. When you go to New York, you will not be able to return to Washington, D.C. for the duration of the entire operation. As soon as you reach level 40 and finish the main campaign missions, then you will be able to switch between Washington, D.C. and New York as much as you want. After you finish the main campaign mission and reach level 40, all world activities will scale at max level, including the ones in Washington, D.C. Now this is important. I recommend keeping at least 1 to 2 of your favorite gear sets, just in case you start a new character or something, but everything else I would dismantle or sell. You will start to notice a big difference with the gear as soon as you get close to level 33 and above. Last thing to note is expansion owners who did not complete the main Washington DC campaign and World Tiers can, if they wish to do so, start from level 30 World Tier 5 and transfer to New York, using a level 30 boost that comes with the purchase of the expansion. Next up is exotics. You will see a large number of new exotics, named items, and gear. Diving a bit more into exotics, at launch you won't be able to upgrade exotics to level 40, but you should definitely hold on to your favorite ones. I recommend breaking down the exotics that you don't want because those exotic materials are going to be useful later on. Most likely you will need those materials for upgrading to level 40. This has been stated on Twitter that they want to allow you to bring exotics up to level 40 and are looking at interesting ways of doing that. So I would wait until level 40 before you start farming exotics again. Plus, exotics will have different roles, which can be good or bad. Good if you get a god roll, bad if you get a roll that doesn't help out your build. Next is the SHD Progression System. This is a new infinite progression system that will replace the Field Proficiency system for all players once they reach level 40. The SHD levels allow you to invest points into one of 4 core attribute categories. Once maxed out, the level points can be spread into a 5th one called Scavenging, which will yield credits and crafting materials. So let's quickly go over the 4. Offense, which has weapon damage, headshot damage, critical hit chance, critical hit damage. Defense, which has armor, health, explosive resistance, and hazard protection. Utility, which has skill damage, skill haste, skill duration, and skill repair. And last is miscellaneous, which has accuracy, stability, reload speed, and ammo capacity. Next, let's talk about seasons. Once you have finished the main story and reach level 40, Seasons is going to be a key aspect of the new in-game experience. This will start 1 week after release, and each one will last 12 weeks long. Every season there will be a new target. The manhunt will take players across both locations in New York and DC. Finishing the manhunt will grant a new unique skill mod. Seasons will also include a reimagined global events, leagues, apparel events, and season events. Rewards will include new skill mods, unique seasonal gear sets, name weapons, gears, and items. Participating in a seasonal events will reward you with seasonal XP, allowing you to progress through a total of 100 levels per season, and XP multiplier events will be available. Next is new skills. In the expansion, you will be able to acquire 4 new skills when you defeat the Prime Target's lieutenants, also known as Warlords. First one is a standard sticky bomb. Yes, the sticky bomb is back from Division 1. Just like before, you can detonate it from a distance with a tap of a button. Second is a fire spreading sticky bomb, similar to the normal one, except it will coat the enemies in flames. Third is a shock trap, elemental tripwires that can electrify enemies that step on it. And fourth is a holographic decoy. You can launch a projection of the player to distract enemy gunfire towards it. Next, we're going to talk about recalibration changes. Item talents and attributes can be extracted and stored in your recalibration library. Let's say you find a better role than the one that you have stored, then you will be able to replace the old one at any time. The game will indicate whenever you have a better stat to store in the library. Stored attributes can be used indefinitely and are not used up in the recalibration process. Talents, stats, core stats, mod slots can be recalibrated. Keep in mind, the one recalibration per item will still remain, so I recommend extracting any talents and attributes before you dismantle or sell. Next, we're going to talk about skill tier. This is replacing skill power. There are 6 tiers. Each one with a skill core attribute will add 1 tier. Each tier will boost a skill, a new overcharge mechanic. Paired with the gear and exotic talents, skills can now overcharge, greatly increasing the skill for a short duration. And last, skill mods no longer have skill power requirements. Next is Dark Zone. The Dark Zones are being revamped with a focus on rewarding player-to-player interaction, whether it's fighting against each other or helping a fellow agent against a tough rogue player. Here are a couple things that I noticed right away. All Dark Zone loot is now contaminated and needs to be extracted. This is kind of going back to what Division 1 was like. Rolls on items are now visible before extraction. New Dark Zone currency obtained by stealing and killing other agents. The ability to see all players within a 100 meter radius in the social menu. Signature weapons and their ammo is now removed from the Dark Zone. So it looks like they completely overhauled the Dark Zone, and only time will tell if these changes are going to be better. Next is the Legendary difficulty. The new Legendary difficulty will become available to level 40 agents in select strongholds, offering the most challenging PvE experience in Division outside of the raids. A new elite subfaction of the Black Tusk will be sure to keep you on your toes through a new Legendary AI. Next is the second raid. The Foundry is Division 2 second raid. It is due out sometime in the coming months at their launch, rumored to be in the summertime. According to Massive, this will be more challenging and dynamic than Operation Dark Hours. There will be 2 versions available to test yourself and your team against, one for agents at level 30 and one for those at level 40. Alright, there you have it. Those are the new things you need to know in the Division 2 Warlords of New York expansion. I hope you all have enjoyed this preview. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel, and I will see you next time.